What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Thoughts and Divine Wisdom. I'm here on Sunday in my vehicle, my personal vehicle, and just sitting here pondering and thinking. The last video was about who I was. Okay? I didn't hit everything about myself. That would probably take years. It would probably take hours and hours of videos of me trying to go through everything I've been through. But this video is about what I am becoming. In this video, I want to talk about what I am becoming. What I'm becoming, or what I am progressing to, is becoming a divine light, a beacon for all the chosen. And with this stance, I shine my light to give all other, chosen a reference point, or a direction for help as they move forward in their journey. Now, am I saying that I know everything? No, I don't know everything, because I'm on my journey too. But sometimes it is best for you to have other people who are also on the journey, trying to figure it out together. Like I said, I've lived my life in isolation most of my life. So it is easy for me to shun everybody away, because I've always been this way. By default, actually, this is how it's always been. But now it's getting to the time where everything that has transpired in my life now serves a purpose to help other people. And that's what I've seen in it. That's what it's doing. It serves a purpose to help other people get or to do their journey, through their journey. Okay? So, when, who I am the, I am the light to help get you there. That's what I'm here. And this is why in every episode of Thoughts and Divine Wisdom, I always say, hey, if you have any questions, if you need help on your journey, this is why I always say what I'm saying, to get people to understand they're not by themselves, to get people to understand that, this journey, this walk, you're not by yourself. You're never by yourself. Even though it feels like you're by yourself, you're not by yourself. So, if this walk has got you down, if this walk has got you feeling that, man, I feel like I need to give up, don't give up. Keep going. You made it this far. Keep going with it. And there's a reason why I say, oh, we're like wounded warriors. I know I'm definitely a wounded warrior. I'm a wounded warrior that keep getting back up. And I say to you, don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Okay? So, keep going. Keep getting up. It'll all make sense in the end. That's all we got. That's all we got is faith and hope. No man know what this line, or no man knows what this process is going to take us to. I don't. Sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it's irritating because you don't know, because the unknown becomes so irritating, to where you want answers but you don't have any. So you get mad at the universe, you get mad at the ethos, like, man, damn, why the hell is all this going on? I got sometimes, and see, with that being said, I have to monitor my anger, because we're on an unbeaten path. There really is no answers to what's going on. All we got is faith, looking within, and focusing on the self, and the work that we need to do. That's it. That's all we got. So if you are trying to figure it out, no, there is no what's the name. It's just like the apostles. Okay? The Messiah, Jesus, had to, pave a way, because nobody was doing it the way that he was doing it. And then once he paved the way and did the stuff that he did and showed his disciples, they turned into apostles and then followed the steps that he took in order to fulfill their divine mission. This was their divine mission. That was their divine mission, to do that. So all I can say to you is you're not by yourself. These stuff, it's hard to find outreach, because how do you tell people what's going on? How do you tell people what's going on supernaturally? Even at that, you can't. They can't even comprehend it, nor have they went through it. So it feels like you're by yourself. But that's why I am here, to continue growing, to continue being, to continue shining my light, to continue exuding the divine fruits of the Spirit, to continue all these different things, to, so us who feel like they by themselves have some place to go, have somewhere that they can go to be themselves, to talk to other like-minded people. That's what this is. And that's what I'm becoming. Okay? So I want you guys to know that this is kind of funny though, but that little song when you used to hear in Sunday school when you were going to church, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, that represents what we're doing here. The people who are on the beaten path, who've been on this road for decades, who are now starting to come to, we have the responsibility to shine our light for the people who are just starting, for the people who are just starting to figure it out. That's what we're here. And also too, to let you guys know the darknesses, the evils, the darknesses that are lurking in deception and deceit, in deceiving, all that stuff. Okay. So, you know, that's what my goal is. My goal is to be that. Now, life works in funny ways. What I think I'm going to be doing may not be what I'm doing in the later parts of this progression. It's just like a person who said, it's just like Prince, the artist Prince. Prince was really good at basketball. He was an All-American in where he was. All-American, all-nation All-American when he played. At one point in time, he thought he was going to be playing ball. He thought he was going to be playing ball. And he was really good. But things in the life showed him he is even better at mastering these instruments and music. And he could have went, and his crossroads was, okay, I could go do this and keep playing basketball, or I can perfect this music and, find a group and everything else. And he decided to perfect the music. Knew so many instruments, knew how to sing, knew how to play all kind of instruments, started groups, started learning how to produce in the groups, all that. And the rest is history. But these things right here, this is what my life task as of now is to help, to do the things that to help, as well as to make a path for the chosen, like Christ, like Jesus did, to make a path. So I'm going to keep on this path, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm going to say this right here. Hold on. I'm just kind of, basically we just having a conversation, because I really don't have anything to talk about or to say about anything. But I will say that I've opened up my community thing on YouTube. If you have any questions, or if you have something that you want me to talk about or anything like that, you can go to the community board and put stuff there, and you can also talk and interact and everything. I don't have any mediators or anything just yet, because it just started, but we'll have in the future, we'll have mediators for the foolishness and shenanigans that some people bring, just trying to start stuff. We'll govern those things or whatever, but overall, everybody can talk to each other. Okay, everybody can do that. So I just turned mine on. I don't know if I did it correctly, but I need to go on that YouTube thing and see if I actually did it right. But I tried to cut it on. I cut it on and it says it's on. So I don't know. But as far as using it, I don't know how to actually use it fully just yet. But, I'm going to look into it. I also got YouTube Studio, I think it's called. So I can look at the numbers and stuff like that. Also, I can keep in contact with comments and all that stuff like that. So I'm trying my best. I'm trying to water this flower to bloom. So, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to keep on making videos and everything to enlighten and to give understanding, on my channel and everything. Like I said, I'm really, like I said, my goal is to be interactive. I mean, I would love to talk. I would love to say stories every video, talk about knowledge every video. But what my heart of heart is really wanting is to be interactive, to talk to people, read people's letters, like a Dear Abby type situation, somewhat, and then express advice, express, things you should do and everything, as well as have the community board and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's what I would like to do. That's what I want to do for this channel. I want to do those things. Have people interactive. I can read emails. I can do all those things. Also, too, as I walk this journey, give you in thoughtful, divine high conscience, divine higher conscience conversations, like how we've been doing. Now, sometimes I've looked at some of my videos. I was very young, and sometimes, when I started, I was very fearful somewhat, trying to talk correctly, trying to sound a certain way. I heard myself talk in certain things, and I'm saying the same thing over and over and over and over again, because I'm like, say this again. But I think I got the point across. But at the beginning, I was very nervous about this YouTube thing, trying to do it, trying to get it up and running and stuff like that. But now I'm more comfortable with myself. The jitters that I did have is, starting to go away. My only issue now is, creativity. What else? I know a lot, but, when it's time to create, man, brain fog, man. Sometimes it's brain fog. But I'm like, okay, give them something or whatever. And today, I'm just, yesterday I did a video about who I am, touching on some things that I went through. And now today, something told me, okay, let's do something about what you're becoming, who you are, shining your light, doing these things in your progression, fortifying a path that no man has gone through before, and also serving as a beacon or a light for people who are also striving on this path and don't know where to go. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to do and everything. So I'm going to say to you like this, man. I'm going to say to you, share this video with people who is on the path like yourself, and have them, look at the videos, and then also too, if they, hey, email them. If you have a problem, email me. thoughtsanddivinewisdom@gmail.com. Email me. Do that. I'll get back with you. I got some light on my face. I look like I'm tearing. I look like I'm crying over here. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Let's pass the word around about what's going on here. Our movement is a serious one, and we want to keep this going. The higher divine conscience, understanding that you are not the flesh. You're not even the soul. You're not the awareness. The soul is infinite. For the soul was here since the beginning of time. When the divine spirit created everything, you were there with him. You're just as ancient as he is. Real talk. He didn't, I put it like this. Your spirit or your soul was there at the beginning. You're just as infinite and ancient as he is. You just forgot yourself because you're doing this life lesson called Earth. That's what you're doing. But you're just as ancient as he is. You're just as you're just as you're just as old as he is. You're just as ambient and malevolent as he is too. Real talk. So, you are that. And, just as, you are those things. And that's what we're trying to do here. And the side note is, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You've walked this path. You're walking this path understanding that there is no true direction. And this is why I admire the transgender community so much. Because in their hearts they know they're different and they want to be something. And as society tells you, you can't be that, you can't do that, you're not supposed to do that. They stand in their existence anyway, fortifying their own path, walking their own journey, walking their own path. With naysayers and people everywhere saying the stuff that they're saying and doing the stuff they're doing to them as they continue walking in their existence. What a awesome feat. What a powerful feat. That's what we're doing. We're doing the same thing. You got people, you got family, you got friends, people who don't understand you. The people in society don't understand you. They are shunning you and hating you and doing all the things that what people normally do when they don't understand something. And you are walking, nothing makes any sense. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense as you're walking. It's just coming. And you're left with the questions of why. But you keep getting up and moving. You keep getting up and doing the things that, your heart is telling you to do. You keep getting up, being the wounded warrior. Just keep moving. You allow your higher divine conscience to lead your flesh and spirit. That's an awesome task. That is an awesome task. We don't know what's going to happen in the end, but whatever it is, whatever it is, we're gonna be there and keep it moving. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, guys. Believe me when I say that. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. This ain't us just walking into the void or the darkness and don't have no understanding on anything. There's no light. Excuse me. There's no light, and we just walking in the darkness, just walking. And even, it's not like that. Even when you start, it feels like that. But the truth is, even though you can't see anything ahead of you, and you just see a little pebble, a little grain of light in the distance that looks like it's like a grain of salt far away, And even though the only thing you got is that little grain of light, don't know how far away it is, and the only thing you got is your heart and your spirit leading you towards this thing, saying, well, maybe it could be something. And you keep moving in your progression. You keep moving in your destiny, and you keep moving towards it. At first it starts off with, well, let's see what it is. Then it progresses to, I think I see it. Then it progresses to, I know I see it. Then it progresses to, I know what it is. Bars. That's how it works. Because that's how, back then when I started, and I started really coming to, that's how I was like, well, let me see. That's where it started. Just to see where it led. Okay, I'm gonna see what's going on. Then it went to, I think I'm seeing something. Then it went to, I see it. Then it went to, I know. So, but I rest the case, man. Look, man, this is just a conversation for us to have or whatever. I mean, basically, what most people do on YouTube is they have some type of content that leads them into the next next content, or they watch videos and that's what they do. They commentate on videos, or they have something that they're commenting on that keeps them going into this, progressing into this thing. Like I love Darius. He has 3 different channels, and he watches the videos and comments or whatever. I wish that I had that, but because this is a foreign path, and nobody knows where we're going, and because I'm saying, every video I'm speaking from the heart. That's what I do. I speak from the heart. Some days, like today, I'm like, well, I don't really have anything to say. Only thing I can tell them is where I'm going, what I'm trying to do, where I'm going. Please understand, this channel is about the helping the divine chosen. Hence, I try to name it as divinely as possible. Thoughts and Divine Wisdom. That way it means something. Okay, so, but anyways, man, I'm just sitting here going everywhere with this and everything and just talking. I don't really have anything else to say or whatever, but if anybody has any questions, if anybody has anything that they are lost in, or they're trying to find understanding in something. One person told me to in the comments to read the, what is it called? It's a Hindu book. I know about it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't read the book, but I do know about that book you were saying, brother. So I'm going to look into it. See? And just to let you know, what I'm saying is true. See, somebody made a comment about a book, and I read it. I'm like, okay, well, hey, I'll definitely look into it and everything. I think I even bought the book. I just haven't read it because I'm on the road all the time. I think I need to go find the book in my bin and actually just read it. That's really what I need to do. But, if there's any questions on anything, the aspects of, good and evil, the aspects of, if you're trying to break the myth of hell, of what Christians have sold you your whole entire life. In fact, I might just do a video about hell, to break the myth altogether. I already did a video about God versus Satan, but maybe I need to do a video about hell so people can break the shackles of this things the Christians have tried to bind you to. And this is why you got so many people rebelling, trying their best to break away from this chain, trying to break away from this bond that the Christians put on the people. So maybe next video I'm going to talk about that. But on the flip side, man, pass the word, send it around. Chosen, you know who you are. Send them in this circle. They are fully accepted. They are fully accepted. Send them into this circle. We can have conversations. We can talk. You want to talk to me? I'll, like what I just did. I read the board. Okay, somebody said something about a book. Hey, I'm saying it on the video. If you want to have a long, drawn-out conversation where you want me to respond, send a message to me at thoughtsanddivinewisdom@gmail.com. I will definitely read it. I take this channel seriously. I want to do the things that I said in all my videos about helping people. That's what's up. That's what it's all about. I want to help us. Okay? But in the meantime, in between time, I want to thank y'all for just hearing me chat and talk. We just having a conversation, really. Who I am, I'm still trying to figure it out too. Because there's no such thing as a end result. Even a basketball player who wants to be a basketball player his whole life, he becomes it. So what's next? Guess what? He got to keep going with the journey. If he don't, then he'll get stuck in what he used to do. Whether, and it don't even matter if it's an athlete. It could be an athlete, a singer, artist, or an actor, or whatever. They get stuck in what they were, never progressing to the next thing. Because that thing that they did gave them the most fame, the most status. So they keep hovering around this thing, even though your time came and went. It didn't mean to stop living. It means to keep moving with your life. Be appreciative of what you went through. Now move on with your life so you can keep doing the things that you need to do to grow. And this is the issue with the wealthy, the rich, the famous. Because they was taught society to be famous and have status, whether they time come and went, they start to hover around the thing that once happened, and that's it. And their identity becomes this thing. Not realizing you are more than that thing. That was just a part of your journey. But because they hover around it, they become stuck. They are bound by what once was. That's what happens. And you see it all over social media, TV, if you still watch TV. You see it there. Because society told you to compete. Society told you to get a status. Society told you to strive to be famous. Society told you to all these things, man. And this is why you see people from yesteryear stuck in their former past, their former, what they used to do. They stopped growing. They stopped growing. Hell, even Denzel, with his magnificent career and what he did, his acting, brilliant actor. He's getting of age. Guess what? There'll be a point in time where he has to put down the chops of what he does and just be and go out of the what's name now. He had a luxurious career in acting and whatever he did. But guess what? His life don't stop there. If he stopped, guess what? If his life stops after his career, then guess what happens? His life, or who he is, starts to crumble. His life, his body starts to diminish even quicker because he stopped life. No. His point, no. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you want to go. His point of what he did is great. Just like Michael Jordan, just like Barry Sanders, just like Deion Sanders, just like Bo Jackson, Ken Griffey Jr., and his father, Ken Griffey Sr., and actors and actresses and actors, Mariah Carey. I can go down the list, man. But guess what? That was only one aspect of your life. Once you get that chance, once you get the chance to be there, you do it with all your might. Once it's over, and you do what you need to do for your life, yourself, growing. That's why I love Erykah Badu. Had a very beautiful career in singing, but she is an earth angel. I believe she's an earth angel. So does Andre 3000. They're both earth angels. I mean, it's just my opinion. And they value the life as if the fame and the status never ever mattered. This is how everybody else should be. But you know what? Maybe it's the narrow gate. Most people can't walk that walk. That's why people is mesmerized by Andre 3000. How is it that you had such a luxurious, a awesome career, one of the best rappers ever in history, did some of the most amazing things, trendsetted, had every other artist looking at you as the Don status, being able to walk away like it never mattered. And people are still baffled to this day, like, why did he stop? He is so great, he's so great. He understood. It don't mean nothing. That was a part of that journey. That journey's over. Now it's time for me to, that's why he walk around gaining aspects of life. That's why he walks around appreciating life. Gray in the face like me. Living life, playing the flute, going anywhere. Going anywhere that he want. Same thing with Erykah. Erykah, she got kids. She do her thing. She dresses very, abstract. But she on her journey too. She don't let the society, she don't let her fame and what she did. Man, Erykah is just like Andre 3000. Every album she did was masterpieces. Every single one, from beginning to end. It was a journey within a journey. It was a journey itself. Anyways, man, I see I hit 40, like over 40 minutes, but anyways, man, just, Erica, she is a brilliant artist. Her voice is magnetizing. It's like she is a doctor. She's a witch doctor of music. She can hypnotize you with her voice. Do you know what she had when she first came out? Do you know how gravitizing, like how much attraction she had just by how she sung? And people were saying her voice is so magnetizing. It just brings you in there. So magnetizing to the point where regular artists started hating on her because of how she handled herself, who she was, what she was doing, how she sung. They couldn't compete. That's basically what it was. So in order for the music industry to stay the way that they, be balanced, they cheapened and dirtied her name, and she's not that good. Oh, they even tried to do that to Beyonce. They even tried to do that with Mariah Carey. They tried to cheapen her. Oh, she can't sing no more. What? Are you for real? And they tried to cheapen her up by saying that she don't got it no more. She can't sing like that anymore. She can't do it anymore. And every single time they did that, Mariah Carey would come out of nowhere and hit them over the head with a banger or a hit, and don't even say it was indirect. And they couldn't say that about her. They couldn't say that about her. They tried to, but they couldn't say it. And I say that Erica did her thing a little differently. They tried to do that to her, but her voice was so magnetizing. Erica knew within herself, I got you. I'm serving y'all on the platter. And whenever I decide to come out, you gotta watch. You gotta listen to me. You gotta watch me. And she knew it. So it was so cool how she did it. She got to the point where she didn't even respond back to the haters. She would just put out she would just put out her projects and just hit them over the head with what she was doing. And they couldn't say nothing. They'll have the dumbest critiques ever. I think this intermission was a little too long. Who cares about the intermission? Who cares about the interlude? But anyways, man. Off into the weeds. Anyways, man, just follow the channel. Continue watching the Western. I'm going to do the video about hell. I'm going to do that. But, just know that you're not by yourself. Just know that there's love out here for you. Just know that, I want to be that beacon of light and that person who is there for you, the chosen. Okay? And how you know, you could say, how you know if he really real or not? No. You know people by the fruit they bear. And if you're really one of the chosen, you'll know by my frequency. Just like how a hater can censor a hater can read just your frequency and start hating on you and don't know why. oh, when you're around, your spirit will know. Your frequency is gonna know, like, oh, he want us. Okay. With that note, I'm gonna let it go. I'm about to go get something to eat. You guys stay blessed. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you did watch, thank you for watching on this glorious Sunday. Talk to you later. Peace.